set of skills.
This is your last chance. Warning.
Systems accessed. Activate.
Now we get to go back to...
Indeed.
Yes, back to Stinko de Mayo.
Brackets left.
Wow. All
Fads
right,
and TV. Which is it gonna be for me?
how's it gonna be?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Oh, God.
And spin.
Oh,
we already had that one.
Right, hit it
And again.
And
We already did movies, goddammit.
All right, we'll just...
Come on now. Come on, Cletus.
All right, let's make this easy. All right, well, we'll give it one more spin. Then we're just gonna flip a coin and
do it.
Call it. That's movies get Jesus Christ.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so we'll do heads,
fads,
heads
tails,
TV, heads TV, tails fads.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right.
What is it? What is it? Go ahead.
Heads.
All right, it's TV.
TV it is.
All right, so you get first pick in fads.
Yay!
I know that makes you mad, actually.
No, it doesn't.
All right, cool.
Only because you said that you wanted fads.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Like I said, maybe it was just a cunning ruse to trick you.
Don't believe that's true. Go ahead.
So, TV. Wow.
There's a lot
There's a lot to unpack here, man.
Woo, doggy.
Good Lord. You thought movies was bad. Let me tell you how bad TV is.
Horrid.
Because I had to like literally like
cull the list
twice, I think. But one came to the top really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my first pick, and that's Tucker.
Hey, do you know who Eli Meyerthal is?
No, I sure don't. He sounds like he makes cough drops.
Exactly. You know why? Because maybe he was the lead in this show and it got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's why I don't know who he is. They had 13 episodes and they only released 12 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you watch it, you're totally going to understand why.
Dude,
terrible.
Perfect first pick. They actually aired the last few episodes in pairs, like they did an hour, just to get them out of the can.
We just got to get them out of here
because they knew we were getting canceled.
But they still stopped.
Yeah,
they had 13. There's a missing episode.
Yeah.
By the way, worth probably a lot of money. Go get the episode of Tucker, the unreleased episode of Tucker.
No, don't. So it lasted one season in 2000. As Chris said, it was so bad that they just got it out and then fucking canceled it. It was basically Tucker was a 14-year-old boy who moved in with his aunt, who was Katie Seagal, who played the mom on Married with Children, and her annoying son, Leo, after his dad runs off with a 26-year-old. It's basically a complete ripoff of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
I mean, just a total... NBC was like, well, Malcolm in the Middle's really popular on Fox. Let's make that. It was like destruction versus or demolition versus the Road Warriors.
It's like let's call it Larry in the front instead of Malcolm in the middle. It's like
Kevin in the back. Oh wait.
Oh hey.
So.
Oh God, 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, man.
It's a total ripoff of Malcolm in the Middle. It's
terrible.
Fucking terrible. This is one of my favorite reviews. Mike Duffy of the Detroit Free Press said, "A dopey comedy deserves a dopey assessment. Tucker sucks. Please,
fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks."
Yeah, as a great George Carlin would say, "Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks." But he ends it with, "Please make it go away." So my first pick is Tucker.
And I believe Tucker
Tucker number one on your board?
It was.
Or was in the top?
No, it was tied.
Okay.
With another one.
Okay. You're on for two. So
I'm on for two.
Yes.
So my first pick is going to be The Trouble with Normal.
Absolutely on my list.
You know what? The trouble with this show is that it sucked. That's why it got literally no love. It got a whopping 0% on Rotten Tomatoes as well, which is not surprising because this show fucking sucked.
Yeah, and Metacritic goes back a little further than Rotten Tomatoes. So just for prosperity's sake, it got a 25, which was tied with Tucker. 25 out of 100, that is.
The interesting thing about the show is that it was so bad that, like, it's almost like they didn't even want to bother putting reviews about this. Is terrible. One person said something about I can't remember the exact review, but they basically said, at least this will ruin John Cryer's TV career.
It's funny you say that because it's like this was right around the time that John Cryer, like everything he touched turned to shit.
Yeah,
like he was
struggling.
Sitcom after sitcom was just getting canceled, and then eventually he hit with 2.5 Men, which was as in syndication for all.
Yeah, so
for
now
all time.
He it took a while, but he finally landed his.
It was 1,000% on my list. It was 5 episodes long in 2000.
5. You know how bad you have to be to only get 5 out to the world?
So for people that don't know, The Trouble with Normal was about 4 paranoid young men living in crazy New York that leads them to seek out like a therapy group.
They're trying to, yes.
So it was basically like 4 Kramers is basically what they tried to do.
And it was not good. Everyone thought this show sucked, unfunny.
The Daily News called it truly awful.
Oh man,
truly awful.
You never want to open up. Can you imagine you're John Cryer and you've already you have been like a.
I mean, his last name is Cryer, so
yes,
he's
exactly. He was not going to be
crying.
He's genetically predisposed to be upset about things. So this dude who's literally to Jason, Kevin's point had. Literally, it was like a bombardier. The amount of shit that he dropped, and
he was like the reverse Midas touch. Like everything he touched was just turned to garbage.
Especially during that time, like you said, before 2.5 Men.
This was in 2000
one after the other.
This show came out in 2000.
This show So he was trying everything he could, and people liked him, so they kept on putting him in things, but they were all bad. He was an Andy Richter Controls the Universe. Remember that? Shit? Yeah. Remember that terrible Becker? Like, he was in shit. Yes. And he literally, Becker. he was fucking.
Didn't Jan from college have a friend named Becker that he brought to
the guy that ruined everything. Yeah. This guy put a full cigarette tray full of water. He poured water in a cigarette tray and then stuck it in the microwave.
Yeah, an ashtray.
Yes, and stuck it in
the microwave and just ran the microwave for like 2 hours.
Yeah, 80 minutes. So we were like, what smells in here? Our house was already fucked up. It was nicknamed the Slanty Shanty for a reason.
Behold the horrors of the Slanty Shanty. See the twisted creatures that dwell within. Meet Cue-Ball, the man with no hair. Huh? He's hideous.
Yes.
But this fucking show is garbage.
Yeah.
John Cryer,
we're very ashamed of yourself. We're very happy that you pulled it together. All right, so you're on for your second pick. The 3 seed.
Okay.
Oh man, I hope you don't take what I want here, because Trouble with Normal was definitely
high on the list.
It was my third out of the top of my list. It was number 3.
This is tough.
Hoping you don't take my 2,
but I have to.
Okay, let's see what you got.
So. As with Tucker, when you name a show after a name, it does poorly. And in this particular case, the show Freddie, with Freddie Prinze Jr., who we've referenced already on this podcast one time. As we've told, much like he's got the John Cryer disease, anything that he touches turns to shit.
Oh, man. Yep. 100% on my list. 30 aired on ABC, 33 out of 100 on Metacritic. Again, attempting to cash in on the unwarranted popularity of Freddie Prinze Jr. in the first 3 or 4 years of the 2000s. He
really rode the coattails of whatever rom-com he started with. I got to figure out what started this fucking chain of events.
I don't know, man.
But it was bad. All bad.
Dude, not only is it bad that Freddie Prinze Jr. is in it, but basically the plot of it is that he's like a successful chef in a Chicago restaurant, and he's like ready to experience everything the single life has to offer while hanging out with his best friend. Who's his best friend? Brian Austin Green.
Yeah, because that's what you want.
From 90210.
Great. That guy fucking sucks too. So
Freddie Prinze, man, I'd rather have Freddie fucking Krueger show up.
I'd rather have Freddie Mercury in his current state. Fuck that. Freddie, he again, yet again, Freddie Prinze Jr. ruining television.
Dude, that actually made a full season, if I'm not mistaken. It was in 2005.
It was they gave Freddie, I guess that rom-com energy was giving him a lot of runway.
Oh, because, man, but it didn't make it after that. And no. And after 2005, that was it, man. He was gone.
Yeah, he went to the WWE to be a writer for them, and then he got fired because it sucked.
The Seattle Post called it an absolute mess.
Yes. Because he wasn't funny, and it wasn't funny. I actually think I recollect like seeing like a clip of it and being like, no, I'm not gonna.
They tried to like play like his like the Spanish stereotypes in there and all that stuff. If you ever watch the opening credits, which I'm sure Chris will put in,
I will.
Like the opening scene or whatever, it's like him like making out with a girl on the couch, and then like. His body stays there, and then he gets up and then goes to do something else, and it just forming a number of Freddie Prinze Jr.'s around this room. It's fucking terrible. It's a fantastic pick. It was absolutely on my list.
My favorite review from this one is from the San Francisco Chronicle. It said, terrible writing, painful acting, forced comic situations. It's just like, everything is bad.
Yep.
There's not anything good you can glean from this. 0. Gave him a 0.
Oh, man. Wow.
So now you got 2.
I do. And the good news is
the one that you wanted is still there.
It's still there. And
I'm interested.
I don't know if you remember this show.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is that the main actor from the show.
Not the show, I'm guessing. The funny thing is not this actor. It's the show.
Well, no, the show was not funny.
Oh, okay.
But the funny thing is this show, the actor, the main lead actor from the show, was actually on the cover of TV Guide promoting this show.
Really?
And it actually, out of everything that I have on here, it got the lowest rating. Lower than Tucker, lower than The Trouble with Normal, lower than Freddie. And that is Normal, Ohio, starring John Goodman.
And by the way, this is why I hate Ohio. John Goodman is a national treasure.
Yes.
Fuck you, Cleveland. Whatever your fucking weird cooties or COVID fucking germs that you gave to him in this fucking particular situation ruined him.
So it didn't ruin him. I mean, he ended up on, he was on Roseanne. He went into this and it ruined you.
Yeah.
So this is how ridiculous it is. So his character's name is William Butch Gamble, and he plays a gay man whose nickname is Butch. How hilarious.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
So it's a gay man returning to his Midwestern hometown. So, of course, how funny that is when, people that are gay go to places where gays aren't readily acceptable.
Oh, yeah. Because you know what doesn't happen? They don't get beer bottles thrown out of them and called, all kinds of horrific homosexual slurs.
The funny thing is he was a gay guy, but they made him like as straight as possible. Like he had atypical masculine traits. Like he loved beer.
You guys want to go,
he loved football.
Get a run down at the beach.
But then he would do like those like gay stereotypes, like randomly sing show tunes or like do his sister's hair. Yes. Like, just like random stereotypes.
Keep it down out there. RuPaul's on.
So
I can't hear.
It was just a dicey concept with gay stereotypes and homophobia. And it got pulled after 7 episodes. It got a 16 out of 100 on Metacritic.
Oh, I saw it.
So Scott Pierce from the Salt Lake City Deseret News said, this new Fox sitcom is unbearable because it's loud, crude, obnoxious, and pretty much without any redeeming qualities whatsoever.
When we talk about things that should be canceled, this should be canceled. This is and it was canceled immediately.
Yeah, 7 episodes.
7 episodes. It's amazing. Like when you don't get past a like full like what you would consider to be a season, especially in like a sitcom kind of arena, which is what this is in, like 30 minutes or whatever. I don't know how long their episodes work.
They promoted this on the cover of TV Guide and then canceled it after 7 episodes.
And I'm sure it was poor John Goodman fucking schlocking this around.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
Poor son of a bitch.
Yeah. All
that
right,
was a good one. That was definitely on my list, and it was high on my list.
All right,
and
I'm on for my number 5 seed. While this may not be high on the list, the concept
Bad.
and it made me have to choose it. There are other ones in here that may have scored lower in the critic reviews, but just the basis of this made me have to pick it.
Okay.
And that is Inconceivable, a show from NBC that aired all of 9 episodes before it was canceled. Now, with a title like Inconceivable,
it's inconceivable that this pilot get picked up. That's what's inconceivable.
It's a medical drama, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, it's looking to ride, it's on NBC. It's looking to ride like the wave of success of like the other medical dramas like ER. Mm-hmm. But NBC should have pulled out of this drama because it's based in a fertility clinic. Because what's funnier than being barren?
Hey, listen, guess what? Bad news. My best chance is adopting a child. It's probably a
laugh track kicks in.
Great.
Inconceivable. Yeah, there was a few recognizable faces in it. Ming Na, who was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
Angie Harmon from Law and Order. She was in it.
Yep.
It couldn't be saved. Canceled after 9 episodes in 2005.
Gina Gershon was in it.
One of the reasons I took it, got a 32 out of 100.
It's bad.
And it's terrible. The concept is terrible.
Yep.
But the review from my friend Melanie McFarland at Seattle Post is maybe one of the most savage reviews I've ever seen of a TV show in my life. Remembering that this is a show that's based Inconceivable based in a fertility clinic. She says, "This baby doesn't look like it'll make it to full term."
Yikes. First of all,
one of the most fucked up reviews I've ever heard of. I mean, that is just savage on another level.
Wait, excuse me.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, love of God. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well fucking done,
and then
lady.
all I can think of too is just fucking Princess Bride. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Oh man. So let me write it down real quick before you move on.
I already have it. Yeah.
So we got Tucker number 1, To Trouble with Normal number 2, Freddy number 3, Normal Ohio, and then Inconceivable.
Oh man.
So you're on for the 6 seed and the 7 seed.
Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, I've got a lot of options here, but I think let me just look at this one real quick. I think this is going to be the one.
I have 2 that I really, really, really want. I hope they both get back to me.
I hope they don't.
Well, I'm going to have to choose because I only get one more. So,
all right. So this one clearly should be the next one.
Okay.
So look, we all love George Costanza. We all do. But George Costanza with
Can't Stand You,
Malcolm Jamal Warner is a bad combination. So I present to you, listen up. From 2004 to 2005, one of the worst shows ever. A sports show host columnist is admired by his many fans, but struggles at home to win respect from his wife and kids, especially since he uses them as fodder for his pieces inspired by Washington Post columnist and ESPN personality Tony Kornheiser.
Oh,
they made a show about Tony Kornheiser.
How did I miss this?
I don't know, but I'm so glad that you did. When you didn't take it,
my list.
I wanted to start doing cartwheels around the room.
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
9% on Rotten Tomatoes. 9%.
9 times. A Tony Kornheiser based show. So for those of you who don't know who Tony Kornheiser is, he's one
throw him in there.
He's one of the worst talking head personalities.
So fucking annoying.
From ESPN and in the sports world. And he's not the worst. There's way worse ones.
He's bad.
But it's what is piss or shit worse? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's you're not really comparing good things.
Yeah.
He's terrible. And the fact that they made a show based around that starring fucking Jason Alexander, my God, what a disgusting travesty.
I remember driving to my parents' house and seeing a billboard.
Oh no shit!
With gigantic Jason Alexander on it. trying to play off the fame that he had gleaned from his Seinfeld years. And much like many other things that he tried to do, failed miserably. Listen up. And it's a deeply grating and uninspired sitcom featuring Jason Alexander, who seems unable to break the Seinfeld curse. You know who else had the Seinfeld curse?
Oh, yeah.
Michael Richards.
He sure did.
Whew. I didn't know that it did that to you. I'm glad I don't got that.
You don't want those. You don't want that kind of curse.
No, thank you.
Oh, shit. Well,
yeah.
Man, I listen up, man. I missed it.
I can't believe
it's
it.
a dark horse.
I'm so fucking happy that you didn't take it.
All right. So
All right.
7 seed.
All right. So my next one, and I would just say yet again, like sometimes these TV shows have okay people in them. And this one in particular person I think is pretty funny. But it did not work out for them in this really, really horrible sitcom about a family with 5 15-year-olds, 3 boys and 2 girls, and how their parents cope. And that is called Quintuplets.
Oh, Jesus.
Starring Andy Richter.
Oh, God. Dude, Andy Richter is like a modern day John Cryer. Like, he's in a bunch of bad. Oh, man.
Well, think about where he started. He was the announcer for.
Yeah, he was Conan's sidekick. Yeah, man. He's in fucking Elf, man. He's fantastic.
He's
but
wonderful.
Like in the sitcom world, like he could not shake it off. Quintuplets.
Yes.
How gross.
Yes.
Holy shit.
It's really, really bad. 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. People did not like this show whatsoever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So some of the, this is a tiresome parade of stock characters, cut rate punchlines, and quote unquote clever situations like brothers getting their retainers stuck together during mouth to mouth resuscitation. If that doesn't make you want to vote for this, I want you to stop listening to this podcast.
It's fucking horrible.
It's goddamn awful.
Yeah. That's tremendously bad.
Yeah. Here we go. Calling Quintuplets a sitcom is a stretch. It's more like a shabby, interminable accident. An accident. Bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yep. Go ahead.
That's really bad. All right. So I'm on for the 8 seed. Now, I'm going to do what you did with the last one. I'm going to throw out some ones that are on my list, but I'm not going to pick.
All right, go ahead.
And there's this weird thing in the 2000s where they started giving comedians their own shows and just calling them by their first
I know
name.
exactly where you're going.
So I'm not taking these.
Oh,
so I'm just calling out this particular parade of awfulness that happened in the 2000s.
It legitimately makes no sense.
You have Luis Guzman. You have Danny with Daniel Stern. You have Joey. You see it later in the 2000s as you get into we obviously already talked about Freddie, and then you have Whitney, and later in the 2000s they just say it's like
I want to put this around a name that you recognize so you'll watch it even if it's garbage, and this is all trash. All of it.
But I couldn't not continue the trend of picking a TV show that was created off of a smash movie, and that is My Big Fat Greek Life, airing on CBS. Here we go again with this shit. Let's take an incredibly popular movie and make a half-assed TV show with none of the charm of its.
What are you hoping to accomplish? I don't get it. Like you had this. All right, we got the charm of it. Like, people really like that movie.
Yeah.
And I understand why. It was a very interesting, different movie.
Yep.
But then it's like, you just can't let it be that. You have to say, how can we squeeze every ounce of dollar or penny out of this thing? So I'm going to make a show about what?
Yeah. Here's the crazy thing. It was produced by Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. And
Tom Hanks,
Odom Shank, and Rita Wilson, who was actually in one episode.
She was in the show.
Yeah, she was in an episode for one episode. Now here's this is how bad this show was. Ready?
I'm ready.
The first episode had 23 million viewers.
Okay.
Take that into account.
I
It
got
got canceled after 7 episodes.
E.
It took a big fat Greek shit in the ratings.
Yeah, they're like, this
Dude,
movie stinks.
In 2003, it was canceled after 7 episodes. They were just like, in viewership, between episode 1 and 2, it went down 28% in viewership. And then it went down 56% for the 3rd episode. So it got cut by 3/4 within 3 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Linda Stassi of the New York Post called it lukewarm leftovers that are about as funny as a big fat pan of spoiled spanakopita. It's just terrible. Why can't they stop? Why can't they stop doing this shit?
Because they're greedy cocksuckers. They're like, we can get more out of this, and some asshole's going to go, and they don't care about the quality that they're putting out there. Clearly, they're like, I just want people to put money in my pocket for subpar rehashed bullshit.
Yep.
That's all you're doing. That's it.
Yep. So you want to run down? I'll run down
the TV. So we've got numero uno, Tucker.
Uner.
Yes, numero uno.
Uner.
Then number 2, The Trouble with Normal. Number 3, Freddy. Number 4. Oh wait, what's number 4?
Normal Ohio.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Normal Ohio. And then number 5 would be Inconceivable. Inconceivable. Number 6 is Listen Up with Jason Alexander. Number 7, Quintuplets. And number 8, My Big Fat Greek Life.
Yep.
Terrible.
So
We
what
are
else?
down.
What else did you have?
Yeah.
Just some honorable mentions.
for TVs. Oh, yeah. So
'Cause I have a plenty.
well, I mean, you mentioned Louise, which was just goddamn awful.
Yeah, 33 out of 100 on Metacritic. Really bad.
I also had Hawaii, the movie with Michael Biehn.
The movie?
No, sorry. He's from a
TV
movie.
show?
TV show, sorry.
Yeah.
Michael Biehn, B-I-E.
Yeah, they tried to make Hawaii Five-0 before they actually brought Hawaii Five-0 back into some
the new
relevance.
iteration's fantastic. Been on the air for 10 years. This thing lasted 1 season. They were like, no. We haven't figured this thing out yet.
Yep.
Let's put it back in the oven.
Yeah.
I also had The War at Home. Did you have that one?
Oh, yeah, with Michael Rappaport. Yeah, it was on my list for sure.
Listen, I loved Michael Rappaport in, was he in Dangerous Minds?
I don't remember. Yeah, it was the one with Ice Cube. Ice Cube was in it. I don't know. It wasn't Dangerous Minds. It was the one I went to college. His name was Tully. His character's name was Tully.
Yeah,
he ended up shooting somebody.
But really good in that movie.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, he's a
fucking lunatic.
Yeah. He's an eyesore on the world right now.
Yeah, he's into some weird shit.
Yeah. But
yes, he was that was on there. So
there was one on here I had to talk about, and I really wanted to take it. It was between this and My Big Fat Greek Life for my last pick. It was a show called Hidden Hills.
I had that too. Hidden Hills. Yes.
So I wanted to read the synopsis
of what
it was about.
Oh yes,
in the voice of how the South Park guys would read it. So
go ahead.
Here we go.
Go on.
While Doug and Janine can't seem to find time for sex, neighbors Zach and Sarah have plenty of time for intimacy. To add more sexual tension, hot single mom Belinda is also on the scene. That is the fucking write-up for this goddamn disaster. Like,
it's so bad,
dude. This is how NBC advertised it. Like your life, only funnier. I mean, it's a lot like my life because it's sad and depressing and it makes me want to kill myself.
Yes,
but
exactly. If that's what's hidden in the hills is suicide.
It
dreams.
also had one of my favorite reviews besides the woman who made a fucking abortion joke.
Yeah, that is really good. That's strong. If you hate something enough to make a dead baby joke, that's fucking terrible. That one, honestly, it's not even my pick. Run it through the entire fucking tournament at this point.
So,
the game is over.
Scott Beers from the Deseret News said, I hate this show. This is an awful, awful show. Straight to the point. Hidden Hills is bad.
Yeah, but
Did you have anything else before we move on to fads?
Oh, dude, no. The War at Home, Louise, and Hawaii were the ones that I had.
I had one more that was on my list.
Go ahead.
Was a show called Killer Instinct.
I had that too.
It was on Fox. It was just like they tried to do like the CSI wave hype, but they made it like super gory.
Was it? I would say Forrest Whitaker, but it's not Forrest Whitaker.
No,
somebody else.
There's no one of note in it. It made it 9 episodes in 2005 before being canceled.
Yeah, you know what? It's great when you have a really bad concept and you have no stars. That's a recipe for success. You fucking idiots.
Oh, yeah. It was just really bad. And 25 out of 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. All right, let's get into fads. You got the first pick, man.
God damn. Now, this is tough because...
Do you want to doodle-a-do it up?
The doodle what?
Yeah, hit the draft music, bitch.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, gotta hype it up for the last bit.
Trends.
Fire getting canceled.
No, it's not that bad. I promise.
At least it's fucking Speedy Gonzalez over here. Arriba, andale.
So Kevin has officially and successfully fucked with me because I'm now wondering what it is he's going to take in fads that I could take before he takes it.
Yep.
But that being said, the thing that I'm going to pick as the number one, I think is so bad that it could carry deep into the tournament. And that is sculpted facial hair.
Not on my list.
No shit.
Yeah, I love you go deep dive on these fads, man.
Dude, if you see this and just think about it, think about what's the dude from NSYNC? Is it the Joey Fatone? Is that
Joey Fat One?
Yes, that guy.
As his last name is spelled.
Yeah,
he has
the same fucking beard as the guy from the villain from Wild Wild West.
The what? Like so it's like jagged edges
it's like literally someone's using a fucking like a T-square to make the line on your jaw and the curly cues from the guy from the Wild Wild West movie, Kenneth Branagh. I'm stunned that you did not have that on your list at all. That is something that started in the 2000 to 2005 range.
No, man,
and
I did not.
Absolutely deserves a number one pick.
Wow, I mean, I'm flummoxed, man. Like that was not what I was expecting at all. I agree with you that it's horrible.
Yes.
You know, I'm a bearded individual. I keep my shit.
It's nice, but
I'm
talking about artisan beard. I'm talking about someone's like sitting there with like a razor very quietly, you know,
like you're actually sculpting like you're doing an
this
actual.
Is somebody using tweezers on your beard to get it exactly the right angle.
Yeah, it's a boy band era for the ones that could actually grow facial hair. Nonsense bullshit. I get it.
Yeah, totally so that was my number one. Easily.
Oh man. I'm on for 2 and I get both of these.
The ones that you want.
And it makes me so very happy because I talk about both of them all the fucking time.
Go.
My number one is social media.
Motherfucker, I had blogging.
So, and the reason I picked social media
is
because MySpace launched in 2003 and it ruined society forever. That was it. That's the antithesis. That is where social media got its fucking comeuppance. That's where it started right there. And listen, honestly, if I could go back in history and kill one person before they rose to power, I would kill Tom from MySpace over Hitler.
I understand that.
Tom's stupid fucking friend face, your only friend.
Hey, I'm Tom.
He's like, not your friend. He created the apocalypse.
Exactly.
Is basically what he created.
That is the face of the devil.
And I'm kidding, obviously. I'd kill Hitler, my Jewish friends. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, Hitler would die.
But Tom will be fucking next.
Yes, if I had the time machine still working.
Yeah.
And I totally understand. And I did have blogging in there.
Social media, man. 2003, MySpace.
That's when it started.
2003.
How I didn't take that over sculpted facial hair was so offensive that I had to take it. But I'll tell you, social media has the chance to win the entire thing because if you really think about all the woes that we have in life, it really is focused all around social media.
My second pick is going to possibly compete with social media.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
If not, trump it. And that's reality television.
That's bad.
And here's why reality television makes it into the picks for the early 2000s. I'll run it down for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Survivor Season 1, 2000. Big Brother Season 1, 2000.
Yep.
American Idol Season 1, 2002. You ready for the fucking antithesis? The Antichrist? Season 1 of The Apprentice, 2004. That's where it started, folks. Right there.
Well,
It ruins society forever. Just like social media.
Look, I mean, you could
all
argue
I'm saying is that's right there.
That was
all four of those shows.
Yes.
All four of those shows launched in that 5-year window.
Well, Kevin's going to lose the red hat, folks. Let me just tell you.
I know. I just said The Apprentice started. I didn't say any particular people involved.
You just glean what you want to.
Listen, you can try to shit on my picks all you want. Sculpted facial hair with your first pick over social media and reality
sculpted
TV.
Facial hair is horrible. And by the way, reality TV, I think you're going to be surprised that it's not going to make it far because people like that shit.
All I'm saying is it ruined everything.
It didn't. Social media did too, but the people use it constantly. So, like, I understand your thought, but okay.
We talked about, so just to let you in on a little bit of behind the curtain stuff.
Oh, the fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall.
Chris and I talked about we talked about how are we going to get fads into like this time period and that type of stuff, and you kind of try to find where it where it fits and where it became popular, and you go. It's not that you weren't into it at the time, or it wasn't popular at the time, or it's just going back and looking at it now is terrible. Like there's things on my list that I probably enjoyed at the time, but going back and looking at it now is just like, this is
100%, because at the time it was cool. So this is the same thing that we talked about in previous episodes. We just talked about with Sarah. In fact,
I had a fucking MySpace page,
right? Of course, so did I.
My Deftones song on there.
Philly's fucking like little emblems drifting down in a slow rain. So I totally get you picked really, really good fads, and they both should go far in my opinion.
You're on for two.
So, okay. I'm going to pick the next one. I'm going to pick is because these two will have to go against each other, 4 and 5. So you have to be very smart about this.
Yeah, you got to duke your own shit out.
So, and it's going to be surprising for people that didn't really know this. And because Top Chef was just starting to come into prominence.
Again,
molecular gastronomy. So the idea of this is a dining
deconstructing
thing. This is me using literally like a fucking beakers and like nitrogen, which, by the way, as someone who's worked in the kitchen, like, I'm getting drunk before the fucking shift. I don't want to have to remember to not put my gloves on and
running everywhere.
Fucking literally, I'm going to have a hook for a hand.
We both worked in restaurants.
Yes.
Like, you're running around everywhere. You got me working with liquid nitrogen. You got people bumping into each other. The guy washing the dishes, I have to yell at him in a different language. Like, shit's like all fucked up in there. It's
exactly.
chaos.
And you're expecting me to fucking carry this thing around like a fucking asshole? It's like, someone's going to bump into me. I'm going to spill liquid nitrogen into somebody's face.
Exactly.
It's like
100%.
Yeah. So molecular. So they got really cute about like using science to make food. How about you just fucking buy some garlic and shut the fuck up?
Yeah. I mean, like I like going to restaurants, trying new shit. I've gone to although I don't prefer it. Go to prefix restaurants.
Yep.
Here you got to try this, but like I get the whole thing about like, oh, I'm gonna make a bubble filled with smoke, and I'm gonna put a quail egg on top of it, and then I'm gonna have a bullet sticking out of the quail egg, and then I'm gonna hit the bullet with a hammer.
Then I'm gonna have a French artist queef on it, and that's gonna be the meal. It's like, what the hell? I really taste the fucking yeah. It's gross.
Just the popularity of just chefs in general at the time, when chefs all of a sudden became rock stars, like out of nowhere. It was mostly because of reality TV, but
that speaking of social media and reality TV ruining society, that led to the rise of Guy Fieri. So pick that one.
Exactly. All right. So
I got my last one. Or my next one. Sorry.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really bad here, but I am going to go with, because this is really offensive to me. I don't know. I don't understand why this made it. Fashionable ski goggles. Why? Do you remember fucking
the weird
dude? But that was a thing. People were wearing fashionable ski goggles. Why are you doing that?
I mean, it's bad, man. It's really, really bad.
I'm surprised you didn't have it on your list, but that was a thing, man. That's a fashion fad that people absolutely hated.
You're I seem to be at a more 40,000 foot view while you're at a microscopic level.
It's my brain. Sorry.
So I get it. Like you look at like, you know, like Missy Elliott videos are like, dude,
Yeah, I'm like, this is fucking terrible.
No, wait, Missy Elliott's a fucking national treasure.
No.
Watch your mouth.
I do like that. So
No, I'm just saying, but I get where like people were wearing like ski goggles like they were sunglasses.
So I'm going to prove to you what I'm talking about.
You don't have to show me. You show the people.
No, well, I will show you. Can't hardly wait.
Oh, you can't. Chris can't hardly wait for another drink.
Can't hardly wait. Do you see?
Oh, those are just. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Those are just goggles in general. I don't know if they're ski goggles, but they're goggles.
This is the fucking thing.
Yeah, I get it.
You want to fucking take away the ski? It's goggles.
All right, yeah, goggles. I like it.
Why are we wearing goggles? You're not a pilot.
I'll even give you just fashionable goggles. How's that?
Fashionable goggles. They're terrible. Fuck that. All right, that's number 5. Go ahead. You got 2.
Oh man. Well, the redneck in me has to pick this because my grandfather had one of these in the house. Pretty sure my uncle had one too. And it was very popular in the mail order from television / as seen on TV section of the stores. And that would be my friend, the Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Oh, that's a great pick, dude. Oh my God.
So for people who don't know who the Big Mouth Billy Bass is, it was it's another
athlete that Kevin saw in the fucking
Well played, sir. Well fucking played. You knocked your own fucking headphones off with that one.
That's so funny.
Dude, yeah, that's
God
hilarious. At least he was on my side. So Big Mouth Billy Bass, it basically looked like a how you would have like a taxidermied fish that you caught,
like a big one, like a bigger guy. Yeah,
the big old bass with a wood fucking plaque around it, and you hung it on the wall, and underneath it was battery operated. It had a button, and you would hit the button, and the fish's face would pop out, and it would sing.
It would turn. You'll see it. I'll put it in here.
It'll pop out, and it would sing funny songs like "Camptown Ladies."
Sing this song. What is this? Blazing Saddles? Give me a good old.
Based on the people that usually own this. Yeah, pretty close.
They get no kicks from champagne.
It was a huge thing in the early 2000s. Like people
bought it like gangbusters.
Oh yeah, man. It was, and you saw it everywhere. You would see it at Walmart. You'd see it at you could buy it at like the drugstore, like CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens. They had them it was always in any store that had like an as seen on TV section.
Yes.
Big Mouth Billy Bass was up in there, and you would hit his little button and his face would pop out and he would sing funny songs in a funny voice as a fish.
Yeah. So
it's fucking deplorable and awful and terrible.
There's a guy, his name is Joe Pelletier, and he is the inventor of this fucking stupid thing. And in 2020, he did an article in a paper or a periodical that no one will ever read to say, I'm no one-hit wonder. I've not seen any other of the fish evolution.
I didn't even know his name. His name could have been Billy Bass.
If I ran into this guy, I wouldn't even know who he was.
No. All right. This is tough because this is the last one I get in fads.
Yep.
Fuck. I have a lot, man, and I really want all of them.
Can't have
all right. So one of the things that we got, not really, I wouldn't say chastised, but people were like, mostly what you're picking. Obviously, we're dudes. We grew up in a time. We're gonna pick things that relate to us that we remember and stuff like that. But we didn't pick enough
like goggles and molecular gastronomy
and facial hair.
Yes,
we didn't pick enough things that our women listeners could relate to.
Fair enough.
So my pick for my last pick is going to be Bratz dolls.
Yes, I had that on my list. Bratz.
Girls, let's urban up that Barbie.
Yeah, they legitimately, when you see these, you're like, I cannot believe.
And let's spell Bratz with a Z. Yes. Because that's cool.
Exactly. Oh, look, it's the pregnant brat. She's 15. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, they literally could not be more racist in the way that they design these.
Bratz dolls. It's like, how, like, it's just like, let's take it's already bad that you're marketing a particular toy to a particular gender. Like, most of the time, just play whatever you fucking want to play with. Who gives a shit?
Right.
But like, you take the doll side of it, and then it's just like, all right, well, we gotta toughen up. We gotta toughen up these dolls, man.
Oh yeah.
So let's make them brats with a Z.
Yeah, with a Z. Yeah. Hey, you want to hear the origin story of fucking the Columbine shooting? Here you go. Like these are the things that led to. It's like, let's make people violent and evil, and fucking angry.
But it was a complete and utter, like, unveiled attempt at trying to urbanize.
This is cultural appropriation.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, let's take Barbie, which is super blonde hair, blue eyes, white,
Aryan. Just say it. Just fucking.
And then it's like, let's throw a little hip hop in there.
A lot of hip hop. Put a little spice in there, man.
And make it brats because they're bad.
Oh,
yeah.
So
these are bad. These are bad girls.
Yeah, so
Bratz dolls.
Great pick. Definitely on my list. Definitely high on my list.
Okay,
so
you're on
well
for
done.
the last.
Boy, oh boy.
What's going on in my?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, my little
your little
Siri.
Yeah, little Siri.
Oh
man, you got a lot here.
I know. I got a ton like that. So,
do you want to expose some of the ones that you're not going to pick?
Sure. So
that are high up on your list, but you're ultimately
there, but
not going to take with your last pick.
So I'm not going to take skunk hair.
Wait, what?
So
dude, you have a weird thing with like the face, like facial hair.
Well, dude, they had
goggles, fashion.
Women would put stripes into their hair like a skunk.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Pepe Le Pew, like a white stripe down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to do that, it's fine. No, that was not it. But,
okay.
I got to take this because I work in the industry of wearing sometimes suits, aggressively large suits. If you in the 2000s,
the suit riot.
All of a sudden, people decided to wear big ass shoulders and big bodies, like they were coming out of
What? It wasn't just suits.
Dick Tracy.
It wasn't even suits too, man. But like, if you go back and look at like the basketball players that came into the league in the early 2000s, their shorts were like to their fucking ankles. Everything was giant.
Humongous.
Big rappers wore big old pants. Everything was big. Fucking Jenkos. We talking about Jenkos in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Everything was huge. It was like, let's have the hugest pants as possible.
But why?
Everything.
What are you trying to? What are you
huge suit. I want my suit to be like. Dude, I want it to look like I fucking stole Shaq's suit from his house.
If you see it, it looks like the guy, the kid from Big after he turned back into the kid.
100%.
It's like, this giant thing should not be on my body and my frame. And it's just like, it's embarrassing. They look ridiculous. So definitely on my list and definitely high. And I'm glad that I had it.
All right,
so what do you have for some of your leftovers?
I'll run down the list real quick. Sculpted facial hair is the one. Social media 2. Reality TV 3.
Ooh, too strong.
Molecular gastronomy 4. Fashionable goggles 5. Big mouth Billy Bass 6.
Funny.
Bratz dolls 7. And then big suits 8.
Yep.
So, oh man. So I had a couple here. Again, sticking with the fact that we didn't really choose stuff in the last Stinko for the ladies. Ultra low rise jeans.
Yeah, they were. Oh, dude,
like the ones that like barely covered your pussy. Like,
yeah, it's like you basically are putting a landing strip, an arrow. You're pointing an arrow at the thing that maybe you'd like to give to somebody, but you don't want to put it out there. That way, like, and it's like that was super fashionable. It's like your whole ass is, as soon as you sit down, your ass, your fucking thong, your pant, whatever. That was it. Yeah.
It was just like, you had no ultra low rise, I mean, and they've completely course corrected now because like mom jeans are like super in right now.
Yeah.
But
dude,
like,
we are 5 years away from being in Puritan gear with a fucking Handmaid's Tale, like a fucking habit and a fucking red dress.
We're all going to look like the old man from Up with a fucking pants up to our fucking tits. And in the same vein, the juicy sweatsuits with juicy on the ass. Juicy.
I guess the fashion style between 2000 and 2005 was rape encouragement. It's not even take that. Me, I'm weak. Brand. It's great. What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, and let's take it back from there. It's just
I'm juicy.
It was just that was the trend at the time.
I got one. Giant ties.
Why is everything big?
I don't know.
Suits, giant ties.
I feel like this all has to do with the squirrel nut zippers.
Maybe
isn't that them?
So I had
Zoot Riot
more along the lines of the things that were just like really popular, like Live Strong bracelets.
Oh, the plastic bracelets.
Yeah, or any bracelet that had a message on it.
Let me just tell you something. Having kids,
let's deliver a message on bracelets.
There was something called silly bands that my kids had everywhere, and thankfully they're rubber, so like if you step on them, they're not going to hurt you. Like other things, like they had the what are those little things called? The LOL dolls. Do you know how many times I've got girls? LOL dolls was the equivalent to Legos for a boy. Like I could
just step on one of those. Yeah. All its jagged edges in your face.
Yeah, okay. I just stepped on the milkshake person. It's got a straw sticking out the top of it and stuck into my fucking foot. Great.
You love douchey fashion.
I do.
So Von Dutch hats.
Oh no!
Remember the
Von Dutch? Oh my God, that lasted for a very short period of time.
Man, they're kind of.
Are they still there?
No, they're kind of coming back now. But like the whole trucker Van Dutch hats are.
Did you hear about this? So wait, you mentioned brats. Did you come across in your research homies?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. See, we lived in South Philly, so if you ever lived in a town or a city that has a bodega, what they sell is very different from what they sell in like a normal grocery store.
They do sell very interestingly flavored potato chips.
Yes,
like different
wrap snacks. Hell yeah, wrap snacks. That was early 2000s. And then they had like little plastic, similar to what Chris is talking about, the LOL dolls and stuff like that. You would get them out of the quarter machine. They called them homies.
Homies.
Yeah.
And these are supposed to be, I believe, Latino, Hispanic.
They're basically Latino gang member action figures.
Yeah, but
I'm not fucking kidding. That's what that
was. So if realistically, the homies and the brats likely lived in the same neighborhood.
Probably.
Yeah. Dude, that's really bad. I'm surprised you didn't get this one too.
What's that?
Heelys.
Oh, I had it. It's on my list. Heelys is on my list. Heelys is on my list. And also, because I know you hated it, because your kids had them, the Furby.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the Furby started kind of late 90s, but it made its way until about 2005, and then it was fucking gone. But yeah, Furby. There's one that's a little more overarching, a little more, like I said, 40,000 foot view, but it was such a big thing, was just Y2K.
What's going to happen? Oh no. Actually, that's a really good pick, dude. I'm surprised that that didn't make it into the
I should have taken that over
comparatively with molecular gastronomy, which people have to look up to figure out what the fuck it is.
Or big suits.
Yeah, actually really pushing fashionable goggles. That's why I put molecular gastronomy in there. I want fashionable goggles to charge the fucking line. But,
it's Y2K, man. Like that was such a huge issue, and they were
concerned
that the world was going to end. Yeah.
They were like, listen, our computers are going to be so fucked because we didn't figure out that the actual years will proceed beyond 1999.
Yeah, it's all going to think that it's 1900 all of a sudden, and the computers are going to the missiles are going to launch. You
know what would make me really happy if it actually Y2K actually happened, and then all of a sudden we were just back into olden time, the 1900s. All of a sudden it's like we're all
all of a sudden your clothes just changed.
You're like, what the fuck just happened?
That would be amazing. Like all of a sudden it's just like
you didn't expect it. Like you don't understand what this is going to do. Like shut the fuck up. All of a sudden you're like
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year. And it's just like
fucking. Oh, I gotta fight the Kaiser again, son of a bitch.
But I got these 6-shooters. One more I wanted to mention too, because it's fucked up, but it was super duper popular. Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah. softcore porn. People that probably didn't realize they were being videotaped as creep.
Yeah, exactly. Show us your tits, and then we won't check ID, and then it will turn out that you're 16, and then the owner will go to prison for like fucking 30 years, like he should. Like
16? That was a fake idea too. That was 13.
In the early 2000s, they sold like millions of girls.
God.
At night, like, anytime TV after 10 o'clock, like on Comedy Central.
Oh, you can see the commercials.
Gone wild.
It's like, and then they played like music, like beach music, like that. Ding, 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 and they're like, you're like, that's my daughter.
Yeah,
like, oh, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, that's not good. I also had two other clothing trends that I don't really care about and didn't make the list on purpose,
right.
which was denim everything. So apparently,
oh
people were
yeah,
all
well,
denim
everybody
everything.
remembers the picture of like Britney and Justin Timberlake together in their like full denim outfit. It was all denim everything. Yeah, full on denim. That was a thing. 9/11 was a huge trend.
Yes.
Back in
2001. Only slightly worse than Creed, as we said previously.
In case you guys don't remember it. It's a huge thing. Kind of people still kind of talk about it a little bit.
You know, it's interesting. We were talking about so my wife's father and stepmother were here, and we were talking about like kind of those penultimate moments. And it's interesting that like every generation has something, you know, like he said, it was for him, it was the Kennedy assassination. For us, it was 9/11 for sure.
Right. Yeah.
And COVID is going to be the thing for our kids, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of how it works, man.
It's all cyclical and weird.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very bizarre. And then for the generation before the Kennedy assassination, you had World War II.
Yeah.
Before
like
that, you had
Spanish flu, and then
the
like,
Great Depression.
Yeah, the Great Depression. Yeah, like there's always something that happens, you know, like in those time frames. So
it's probably because of social media. So go out and vote, guys.
No. Vote
on my social media.
I really believe the
big mouth Billy Bass had everything to do with it.
Nope. I think sculpted facial hair is the problem. If we really think about it.
All right, folks.
All right, so let's go run it down one more time.
Right.
So I'll do music, and then we'll just go back and forth. Okay.
You start with music.
So music, we had numero uno, Nickelback.
Yep.
Number 2 is Creed. Number 3 is the Pussycat Dolls. Number 4 is Train. Ugh. Number 5 is Smash Mouth. Number 6 is Papa Roach. Number 7, the Jonas Brothers, and number 8, Puddle of Mud. Which,
what a strong 8.
Listen, I want to go back to the fact that we've
just
had a
go
history.
back and
We've
look
had a history of strong so far, strong 8s. So
just go look at him looking like he was having the scrunchy face contest from Workaholics. Who can make the smallest face? He's just like,
yeah. Oh, dude, it's so bad. All right, so then you go to movies.
All right, we have the 1 seed, Gigli. Number 2, Battlefield Earth. Number 3, Baby Geniuses, Super Babies.
Yeah, wait.
Gotta get Super
Babies. Get the title correct.
Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2. Number 4, From Justin to Kelly. Number 5, The Room. Number 6, The Master of Disguise. Pistachio Disguise.
That is this year's chairman of the board. I want to put it out there right now.
Number 7, The Adventures of Pluto Nash. And number 8, Dumb and Dumberer, When Harry Met Lloyd.
Pretty bad.
You got TV.
And I got TV. So numero uno, Tucker.
It just sounds bad.
It sounds bad. Number 2, The Trouble with Normal. Number 3, Freddie. Number 4, Normal, Ohio. Number 5,
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. Number 6, Listen Up, which I can't believe you missed.
Believe I missed that
stunning.
One. Jesus.
Number 7, Quintuplets. Number 8, My Big Fat Greek Life.
And for fads and trends, number 1, sculpted facial hair. Number 2, social media. Number 3, reality television. Number 4, molecular gastronomy. Number 5, fashionable goggles.
Go Goggles.
Number 6, big mouth Billy Bass. Number 7, Bratz dolls with a Z. And number 8, big suits. The Zoot Suit Riot rounded it out.
So I did want to mention, if I didn't say it, the other thing that's really bad, because you mentioned, I already forgot it. The name of the hat. What was the hat?
The Von Dutch hats. Oh, baby.
You know, the other thing that popped up when I was doing research was, for some reason, and you know what Party City is, right?
Oh, of course.
Party City fedoras.
Oh, just fedoras in general in the early 2000s were terrible.
Awful. Real
quick, just because I know you'll appreciate it because you hate this type of stuff.
Yep.
The fedora thing.
Yep.
So there's a brewery in Phoenixville called Root Down.
Yeah, Root Down. Yeah, sure.
Awesome brewery.
Amazing.
Such a cool spot. One of the bartenders there was considered himself an artist or a you kind of
Artist,
entrepreneur.
like an
entrepreneur. Like he was trying to sell his own shit there while he was bartending at Root Down.
Okay.
So he was selling, I shit you not, snapback fedoras. So it was a fedora for the first 3/4 up front, fedora in the front, snapback in the back.
So for those that don't know what a fedora is, it's got a rim that goes all the way around, which makes it a fedora.
Yeah. So this one ended about 3/4 of the way behind and then turned into the snapback. For the people that, can't find the right fit from a fedora, you get one that you can adjust.
Do you know
an adjustable fedora.
So wait, do you know how you figure out how big your head is? You go to a hat store, a haberdashery, and then you have them actually measure your head and say, this is how big your head is, and this is the hat that will fit on it. You don't have fucking snapback
fedora. So if that was invented in 2000, I'm sure you would have picked it.
100%.
All right, folks, another Stinko de Mayo.
Wait.
I need a margarita.
So
what a wonderful time
folks,
it is.
1,000 pesos is on the line.
Yes, sir.
A sticker.
Shirt.
A hand job from Kevin. And then
only if you have a hammer or an iron head.
Goodbye. And good night. Bang!